The house that fear built. The Winchester Mystery. Welcome to one of the strangest architectural anomalies on the planet. Imagine a house where doors open to 30-foot drops, staircases lead directly into ceilings, and secret passageways snake through the walls like a wooden labyrinth. This isn't a movie set, it's the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. For 38 years, the sounds of hammers and saws never stopped. But the question that has haunted historians and ghost hunters for a century remains: was Sarah Winchester a visionary architect, or woman driven to madness by the ghosts of the past? At the beginning of the curse. To understand the house, we have to understand the tragedy of the woman behind it. Sarah Lockwood Party was once the belle of New Haven. She married William Wirt Winchester, heir to the massive fortune of the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. They were the couple of the Victorian era, wealthy, cultured, and happy. But then, the shadows moved in. In 1866, their infant daughter died of a mysterious wasting disease. Sarah was devastated. 15 years later, her husband William died of tuberculosis. Suddenly, Sarah was the richest widow in the world, inheriting $20 million and a 50% stake in the Winchester Company, bringing in roughly $1,000 a day. But to Sarah, that money was blood money. Every cent was earned from the gun that won the West. The legend, desperate for peace, Sarah allegedly visited a medium in Boston. The medium told her that she was being haunted by the spirits of everyone killed by a Winchester rifle. Thousands of soldiers, pioneers, and indigenous people. To appease them, she had to move west and build a house. As long as construction never stopped, she would live. If the hammers fell silent, she would die. Construction without a blueprint. In 1884, Sarah arrived in the Santa Clara Valley and bought an 8-room farmhouse. She didn't hire an architect. She didn't have a master plan. She simply hired a crew of carpenters and started building. For the next 38 years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the work continued. If Sarah had a dream at 2:00 a.m. about a new room, she would wake the foreman and they would start building it by dawn. The architectural oddities. Walking through the house today is a fever dream. Sarah's designs defied logic and physics. The switchback staircase, 7 flights of stairs with 44 steps that rise only 9 feet because each step is only 2 inches high. The door to nowhere, on the 2nd floor. A door opens to nothing but a sheer drop to the garden below. The chimneys that don't reach the roof. Grand fireplaces that stop several feet short of the ceiling, serving no purpose other than to occupy space. The cabinet door, open a cabinet, and instead of shelves, you walk through it into another wing of the house. Why build like this? Believers say she was trying to confuse the spirits. By creating a maze, she could stay one step ahead of the ghosts seeking vengeance. The obsession with number 13. Sarah Winchester was obsessed with patterns, specifically the number 13. This wasn't just a quirk, it was a theme that permeated the very skeleton of the mansion. Many windows have 13 panes of glass. The grand ballroom features a chandelier with 13 candles. The easy riser staircase has 13 steps. Even her will was divided into 13 sections and signed 13 times. Was this a way to reclaim unlucky number? Or was it a cryptic code for the spirits she communicated with every night in her private blue room seance chamber? The Great Quake of 1906. At its peak, the house reached 7 stories high. It was a Victorian skyscraper looming over the California orchards. But in 1906, the Great San Francisco earthquake struck. The top 3 floors collapsed. Sarah was trapped in her bedroom for hours, convinced the spirits were angry. When she was finally rescued, she ordered the damaged sections boarded up rather than repaired. To this day, you can see where the grand towers once stood, now truncated and capped off, leaving the house with its strangely flat, sprawling silhouette. The woman or the myth. While the ghost stories are captivating, a different picture of Sarah Winchester has emerged in recent years. Many historians argue she wasn't crazy at all. Sarah was a woman of immense intelligence who suffered from debilitating rheumatoid arthritis. Those 2-inch steps, they were designed so she could move between floors without lifting her knees. The doors to nowhere, some suggest they were used to move furniture more easily with pulleys. She was also a philanthropist and a pioneer. She used her endless construction project to provide steady, high-paying jobs for local craftsmen during economic downturns. She was an innovator, installing indoor elevators, push-button lights, and heated showers long before they were standard in American homes. Maybe the mystery house wasn't a trap for ghosts. Maybe it was just the world's most expensive hobby for a woman who had lost everyone she loved and found solace in the constant rhythm of progress. At the end of the Hammers on September 5, 1922, at the age of 82, Sarah Winchester died peacefully in her sleep. The legend says that when the carpenters heard the news, they stopped mid-swing, leaving half-driven nails in the walls that remained there to this day. When the house was finally emptied, it took moving trucks 6 weeks just to clear out the furniture. They found a storeroom filled with $25,000 worth of Tiffany stained glass that was never installed. Conclusion. Today, the Winchester Mystery House stands as a monument to grief, guilt, and perhaps a touch of genius. Whether Sarah was building a sanctuary, a puzzle, or a prison, she succeeded in creating something that will never be forgotten. As you walk through the hallways, you can't help but feel a chill. Is it just a draft from an old house, or is Sarah still there, checking the blueprints of a room that doesn't exist? The Hammers have been silent for 100 years, but the mystery is louder than ever.